Hi guys, this is Jake with Think Free Live Free, and I've been busy with my solar panel construction on the roof for a couple of days now. I am entirely making my own brackets. My panels are 58.5 inches long by 27 inches wide, so it was a little bit challenging to line everything up on the unistrut channels that I'm using. So I ended up constructing my own brackets out of aluminum angle. So I'll show you what I did here. I did not film the whole installation, but I'm going to show you some of the steps that I took to get my panels on the roof. So this is how the aluminum angle looks. I cut 12 pieces out of 8-foot aluminum angle and constructed these brackets that's bolted together like that to make a Z bracket basically, but a fully extended one to run the whole width of the solar panel. And then I drilled my holes to go into the unistrut on here, and the panel sits on this. As you can see here, I have my first 2 panels up. I still have 1 panel to do, but you can see this is how it looks. So it's bolted into the unistrut with 5x16 lag bolts that's coming out of the actual bracket that's attached to the Ram Promaster roof. And then I also have quarter inch bolts that go into the unistrut with a sliding nut that slides into the unistrut. The nuts look like that, and this is for the quarter inch. I just got up on the roof. I'm cutting my unistrut for the back part of the roof solar panel installation, and I'm going to do a small deck on the back as well. So I'm just hand cutting this. So I wanted to show you here these nuts go into the channel, and the way they go in is they just twist out, so you can see there. Put them in, and then they just twist in, and then as you put your bolt in there, they pull up against the channel and lock it in place. So these are very useful, and you can see I've used several on these panels, and then I also have 5/16 bolts that come straight out of the roof from the actual roof brackets. You can see the silver roof brackets underneath there. These bolts come straight out. My middle panel has only the quarter inch with these lock nuts, but then the front panel there has 4 bolts, so 2 on each side, and then another 4 quarter-inch bolts, and then it also has an attachment on the front, since it's going to be getting most of the wind, whereas this second panel should be fine. It's not going to get a lot of wind drag. And then I'm going to be installing my last panel in this spot here, and then the rest of that I'm going to try to make a small deck. These are 200 watt solar panels, so I'll have a total of 600 watts on the roof. So on the front here, I installed another bracket right in the middle there, as you can see. I figured since the front panel will get most of the wind drag, I have to secure it in the middle as well there. So I think that will be plenty strong enough. And the profile on these brackets that I made is they're pretty short. I believe they're 1.5 inches in total from the unistrut. So the unistrut is about 3/4 inch, and then another 1.5 inches on the actual bracket itself. I think I will not have any issues with this coming off the roof. I hope, at least. But I've done everything that I can to make it as secure as possible, so if it comes off, then it comes off. Okay, so these are the brackets that I designed. As you can see here, you got two 5/16 bolts coming out of the roof rack, and then these slide in right over that, and then I have 2/4 inch bolts that's going to go in there. You can see the nut there. So two bolts, two 5/16 bolts here, and 2/4 inch bolts, and then two 5/16 bolts. And then the solar panel will go on top. So the next step will be for me to mount the solar panel to the bracket, and then once that's mounted to the bracket, I will install it here like that. Same on the other side, and that should be good to go. And the remaining of that will be rooftop deck. It's not going to be a big deck, but it will be something to relax on. I got my third panel up. So it's a very low profile, so it's exactly 2¼ inches from the roof to where the actual solar panel starts. I've also installed my crossbars where the roof deck will sit on. I'm going to be running my pieces of wood going this way, long ways, and being supported by this. I am going to put rubber stops underneath just for extra support. I don't know if you can see there, but I used Bluesea Systems Gland. I did entirely encase it in Dicor lap sealant. So I have ran my wires into the van. Basically, you can build this roof rack for a little bit over $200 with this unistrut. I think the most expensive thing is actually these brackets that come out of the roof. This last panel also has two 5/16 bolts right there, and then 1/4 inch bolts at the back. The middle one is the only one that has 3/4 inch bolts that does not have the 5/16 bolts coming out. By the way, if you're looking for an entry gland for the Promaster, you're gonna have a hard time with the regular ones that they sell because they don't line up on the ribs. They're too wide. So if you want to look into this Bluesea Systems entry gland, they're about $20 on Amazon, and they work quite well. So I ran my 10 gauge solar wire through that entry gland that you saw on top of the roof. It's kind of on the side, so it was pretty easy to feed through, even though I've already done the roof. So I fed it through here, and then it goes along there, and then it ends up coming out here. There you can see the solar wire. And in this area I'm going to be installing my electrical. I'll be putting my batteries over the wheel well and figuring out how exactly I'm going to get my 3000 watt grow watt inverter in this area. If you're looking for an entry gland for the Promaster, look into the Bluesea Systems entry glands. I will leave a link in the description so that it will take you right to it if you're interested. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please share with your friends. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Bye.